Hello, so Signash fan here, and we are back with the Melty Blood Beginner's Guide. This time we are doing the Maids, Hisui and Kohaku. And as y'all know, these are my main characters, Hisui and Kohaku, the duo. I once played them both solo and then just put them together, combined them, and the duo is definitely one of the strongest characters in the game by far. I already did guides on Kohaku solo and Hisui solo, so this is gonna go over the benefits of why you would want to play both, because you do get specific benefits from playing Hisui and Kohaku versus just playing the solo, because solos did get buffed last patch where their move speed is a lot faster, so some things become easier because of that. Preferably like Hisui throwing item toss by herself becomes a lot faster, so it's easier to confirm off of because your movement speed is faster. But when it comes to the duo is very strong in general. They give up their 214 series for different things. So like 214A with Hisui is now Kohaku's plan. Before, it would be her item toss series. 214B is Molotov. 214C, it appears that that's overhead, but that's not an actual overhead. It's just a really fast jumping attack, which can set up for unblockables if the opponent is in the air, because she does jump and swing, so it does catch people. It kind of like anti-airs, so you can use it in a situation where you think somebody's gonna up back, and you can set up some pretty nifty unblockables, and I'll kind of show that off because I kind of want to show you the usages of these moves and how you would want to use some of these moves when you play this duo. So you kind of want to set it up and time it to where somebody would be in the air like that, right? You would set it up like that, and then you could set up some Oki just like that. The main Oki with Hisui Maids would be 214A. 214A is like super good because in an instant that the opponent, if you get a throw, same concept, you can always do 214A. I'll put them on all guard and crouch. If you get a throw, you always get this type of Oki, always. So you can basically do whatever you want, making Hisui's Oki actually better off a throw, because usually you would do something like a bento, you know, which is really good Oki. However, with Kohai, you can set up some really scummy setups with the plant, and also not only that, but if they do block, you can always actually make the tree by just doing 4B. 4B will plant the tree, and you can utilize that to your favor too, because the tree just keeps going. Even if somebody uppercuts you, like, the tree will actually hit them. So the tree is actually pretty busted. I'm not gonna lie, like, the tree can set up some like really messed up situations in general. So we like that. Like I said, that's for people jumping. Molotov is good in the corner simply because you put Kohaku in the corner, right? So if you do plant, it will push them out of the corner, and you could go for mix-ups based off of that as well. So Molotov is good for that reason, but I think the main move that these two have, right, is 4BC. 4BC is actually correct. The reason why, if somebody jumps, you definitely can set up unblockable, but the reason why it's good, especially when this situation happens, when Kohaku is behind the opponent and she does Molotov, because if you block Molotov at any point in time, it jails you all the way, so you could basically do a mix-up. Because most people, like, when they see Molotov, they start shielding, and there's a setup for that too, because if you're a little further back, like probably like right here, you can actually throw somebody before they're able to shield. But you have to, like, just like that, like, you can actually throw them before it actually makes contact. So you can set up situations where, like, if somebody likes to shield a lot, you can just throw them. That would probably cover the tag moves from a Hisui to Kohaku standpoint. A Kohaku to Hisui standpoint, these moves are a lot different. So quarter circle. So her 214 series, Kohaku's will be Molotov by herself, but now it's tag. So you have this little arm push move that's really good in the corner because it wall bounces. You have chair. Chair is really good. Chair is good because you can sandwich with it. You can create like sandwich situations, but chair is also good because no matter where you're at, Hisui goes all the way across the screen and will chair shot them, and that's like super good. It's like super good, super good. Super good because at this point Kohaku has a projectile, and Kohaku by herself does not have any projectile, so you have a built-in human projectile, which is pretty cool because it can it actually is really good at like fishing for an opponent to shield, because sometimes an opponent might shield, but if they shield B, you can actually just reactionary punish, so they probably won't want to do shield B. Let's do shield B. You see that? That was a punish. So like if somebody were to do that, that's like a free punish. Easy punish. So shield B would never be the answer, so they'll shield it, but then you could just advance. Like once they shield, you can actually just advance, so it's like essentially your turn. And then she has the overhead. So they did nerf this. It used to be like the timing used to be faster because you could set up an unblockable in like the first Melty Blood type Lumina before like they actually patched it out. There was an unblockable setup. It's still really good because you could set it up in a lot of different situations to still make it pretty good. Like for example, if you get a throw, you could do this and then sandwich with it and then put them in a situation that's kind of hard to blockable, or they are forced to just block more pressure, which is essentially really good. And this beats low shield, so like because it's an overhead, so if somebody were low shielding, you could actually do that move and that would like beat them for low shielding, which the overhead is really good in the corner because if they do low shield, you could just immediately act and hit somebody. Now the reason why I say these moves are a little different is because with Kohaku, these moves are more frame trap moves, especially this one. Like I said, is really good full screen presence, but this one is more for a frame trap because if it actually frame traps, we'll put Mario on mash, make Mario mash like 5A, and like if you do something like this, let's make it not jail like that. You see that wall bounce, stuff like that. If you put enough of a delay in it, it'll wall bounce. Maybe I have to use 2-3-6-8. Let's see. That one is a little tougher. The timing on the frame trap is a little... There we go. Okay, yeah, you have to use 2-1-4-8. Just like that. And look at the damage you get. You get 4.1k and Oki. So the shoulder could definitely be used as a or like the palm as a counter hit frame trap. So that's why it's like really good because it's really fast. So at any point they have to respect that, because if you like were to like rebeat, you could just rebeat your pressure, and then the moment they think it's their turn, you just hit them with that. And that's just a little basic B&B for 4.1k. That's not even optimized, and I did 4.1k off of like a frame trap. And you can definitely also frame trap with chair too, but the frame advantage is definitely not as good as the wall bounce, because the wall bounce, I mean, you're just going to get a full route. You could definitely get a combo off of the chair, but it's definitely a little tougher, and the startup on the chair is not as good, but you just saw me get a combo right there. So same concept, a little lower damage because the wall bounce of course is going to do more damage, but that would be the usage of those moves. Like I said, overhead is better like meaty if you think somebody's gonna like low shield or something, or if we are in a sandwich situation. And also the main reason why a lot of people like Koha Maids versus like Hisui Maids is item toss. Item toss with Kohaku is like super strong because of Kohaku's JC presence and how much screen control you have, and you could just run up, you could do nothing. You have all of this range in the air that you can control, ground to air, and now you have the ground that you can completely control with projectiles flying across the screen. So that is like the huge benefit of playing both Maids. You have these like amazing tag team moves that can set you up in a lot of ways that the opponent is gonna have to guess on defense a lot and try to get out, or they're just gonna have to have like really cracked defense, meaning like their defense is just gonna have to be like top level. And I think one of the coolest things, and one of the things I stress the most on my stream, and why I am one of the best Maids, if not the best Maids in NA, is because when it comes down to it, the tag mechanic is probably one of the most strongest mechanics in the game, because you are able to switch characters at any given time. So let's say I win round 1 with Kohaku Maids. I can literally, and this isn't legal in other games, but I can actually switch my character in between the round or anytime in the match and play another character. And that is very strong, because essentially you're kind of cheating the system, because like in fighting games, like, you know, if I win with Mario, I have to stick with Mario. But imagine you being able to play one of the nuns, you know, like being able to switch mid set is very, very dangerous, because the opponent is going to have a hard time trying to adapt to you and what you like to do. And that is the threat of playing the Maids. And the benefits you get. And they also have some tag mix, like you definitely have some tag mix like this. Let me take them off of mash. Okay, so like something like this, like in certain situations you can tag, and you can make it to where when you actually tag, you put them in a situation where they are going to get taken out of the plant and put back in a situation. So if I throw Mario, I plant, do that, you see that actually took Mario out of block stun for a couple frames, and I was able to cross up right there. And that's like really, really good. Same concept with this. Same concept with dust. Also with dust and cake, you can actually tag in between like that. Like it's certain situations like this where you can actually tag and mix up their block and mix up what they want to do, because they really can't see the situation. And it is kind of gimmicky, but these setups are also layered mix-ups, so it's not all gimmicks. These characters definitely have gimmicks and tricks, but a lot of it is layered, what I will say. And a lot of it is a lot more in-depth per se, and I want to kind of keep this on a beginner's level of where somebody could say, hey, like these are the tag team moves I need to use, and these are how to use these tag team moves. Because when you really do maximize these characters, I'll just show you a snippet of when you do maximize these characters, you can actually do some really cool things. You can do like tag team combos and stuff, and that's really cool. Like that's really dope that you can utilize both Maids when you get comfortable with one. So my suggestion is you learn Kohaku, you learn Hisui, you learn them solo, and then you put them together. I think that is a better route in trying to master Hisui and Kohaku. Once you master them solo, put them together, and you will surely be a threat in the meta.